welcome back to the Steel City Spectacular 20K CEDH event. We are about to get round 3 coverage on their way and get the names of the players as well as their deck lists up here for you in just a moment. We are back with the CEDH Steel City Spectacular TEDH tournament. We are at the $20,000 tournament. It looks like we've gotten a little topsy-turvy here with our camera. I'm going to make sure it wasn't kicked over too far. We may need to go fix some cameras. That's okay.
It'll work.
We might miss the bottom half of a land, but we're going to go get our players' names up on the screen fixed, as well as we are going to get what decks they are on for you to watch.
So, whenever you're ready.
I'm going to update it to blanks. That way we don't have the incorrect information on screen real quick, and then we are going to replace it. Wunderbar. What are our players' names?
So, in seat 1, we have David Woofter playing the Wandering Minstrel.
We have a Wandering Minstrel.
Yep. Then, in seat 2, we have Ethan Alonso playing Rocco Cabaretti Caterer.
Rocco coming in, wow, in the top pod.
Then in third seat, we have Philip D. playing Kenrith the Returned King.
And that is with 2 L's, correct?
2 L's, Philip D.
And we got...
And then fourth seat...
Kenrith, sorry.
K-E-N, Ken, and then R-I-T-H.
Thank you. Okay, good.
And then finally, fourth seat, we have Josh Roberts piloting Kefka Courtmage / Kefka Ruler of Ruin. So we have a Kefka deck.
We have Kefka.
Yep, this one has been making the rounds a little bit, so it'll be very interesting to see this on stream. Talk about it a little bit.
I was surprised it was the first Kefka of the day.
Yeah, for us, most certainly.
Yep.
All right, so our players are figuring out their mulligans, trying to get their opening hands.
Yep.
So let's just talk about this pod a little bit here. So we have Wandering Minstrel, which is new for FF.
Yep.
Next up, we have Rocco, which is a old staple from way back when. I'd love to see how it fares with the newer meta.
Yeah.
And then Kenrith Return King is always kind of been around. It's put up numbers plenty of times. And then Kefka, which is another FF commander. Like, kind of pushed recently.
Yes.
You know, people are trying to see what they can do with it. And you know what? It has to be doing something to be in this pod. So.
Absolutely, yeah. So Kefka, for the most part, is going to be all about hand disruption. You're constantly making your opponent's discard while gaining your own card advantage, as well as Kefka gets to do something a little funky, where discarding cards that you want in your yard, such as Anger, to give him haste right off the bat.
Oh, man.
So if you ETB Kefka on turn 1, you turbo him out, pitch Anger, he can immediately attack in and do his trigger again, making everyone discard a card and you getting to draw for every card type put into the bin. And you are one of the people that discards.
Disgusting.
Yes. Wandering Minstrel is a Wooburg list that is going to have lands come in untapped. So even if a land says it comes in tapped, Wandering Minstrel says it comes in untapped. And that is very pertinent for a numerous amount of combos that Wandering Minstrel runs. We are obviously going to be looking to see a very specific green creature from Karlov Manor cast here. It is the Undercity, not Undercity, it's a 1 colorless and a green. Sacrifice it for 3 colors and a green, and you return all lands from the graveyard to the battlefield. We will have Hermit Druid dump everything into your graveyard, and then we're going to watch Aftermath Analyst put everything back in. Obviously, Rocco. I think most people know about Rocco for the most. Oh, Wandering Minstrel's on Adnos. Ooh, it's a 5-color list.
It is a 5-color list, yeah.
Whoa.
An Adnaz Wandering Minstrel. All right.
It is not primary land combo. We are still on the backup game plans.
Yeah, we've got Brain Freeze, so obviously there's going to be Thoracle Win. Man, Avendo Waking Haven.
Yep.
It's one of the new cards.
And we don't have a Hermit Druid. Okay, so there is no Hermit Druid on the side of David on the Wandering Minstrel. So that is just a 5-color soup.
Yep, I see.
With some advantage of untapped lands.
Oh, yeah. I see Gifts Ungiven in here, so there's some gifts lines.
Yeah.
Mount Doom.
Lumra.
Lumra, Mount Doom. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, we're on the Lumra Mount Doom pile. We're just not going for it on a turbo way. We are still resolving mulligans. Rocco is the type of commander that builds enough mana that instantly wins the game, just like Godo. It allows you to go tutor up a card that will win you the game. Obviously, Rocco doesn't do it by itself like it does need a sack outlet. So that is required for Rocco.
Yeah. All right. How are we doing on mulligans?
Right now, we are still going down. At the moment, it looks like we're going down to 6 for Philip and Josh, while David and Ethan took 7s. We don't know if they were the first or second. But C3 and 4 needing to get better hands, as it's very difficult to play out those seats.
Yeah, and for Kenrith, Kenrith has to be very specific about what mana it has early, right?
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, being 5-color. Granted, I don't think Kenrith is like true 5-color. It's just that you have access to everything, right?
Yeah.
But you still have to be able to, like, the whole point is to get Kenrith out.
Correct.
Right?
A lot of people got off the deck once we lost our homeboy, our small little treasure man himself. When we lost Dockside, we lost access to a lot of loops that Kenrith was able to do. But we gained a new face to this deck upon Bloomborough when we got the Hazel's Brewmaster. So that's what we're going to be looking at. When this game starts, we need to be scared of seeing a survival of the fittest hit the field. That is a 1-card win con in Kenrith, just like it is in TNT. When it resolves, you discard any creature and you go get, what do we all know? What Swift reconfiguration with? Devoted Druid. Devoted Druid hits the bin because you discard that too. You go get Hazel's Brewmaster from discarding that. It hits the field. It turns it into a food
instead of a creature,
allowing you to get infinite mana through the Devoted Druid and then drawing your deck via Kenrith.
It is very funny that it becomes a non-creature, but still gets all of those -1/-1 counters, isn't it? Yeah. So strange.
Absolutely, yeah. So, in general, Kenrith has a lot of explosion combos while also being able to play the 5-color soup, which is exciting. And it gets to play the mid-range game plan pretty well.
Yep.
It's a toolbox.
Yep. And to answer your question and commentary in the comments, this is pod number 6, but it is a 3-0 or 2-0-1 pod. Everyone in here is undefeated.
Yeah.
We're just kind of like mixing up who we're covering, and obviously as the tournament goes on and there are fewer and fewer pods with fewer and fewer undefeated players, we are going to start going to pod 1 and 2. We're just trying to find some pods that will give you guys some really interesting games, and I think this one is a great one for that.
Yeah, and for the most part, we wanted to make sure we weren't having any repeats for people that we've already seen on the cast, so we are just grabbing anyone that's undefeated in a pod, and we're showing an undefeated pod, because even if the other pods are above it, they're all in equal grounding. They're all undefeated. Pod 1 is no different from this pod because they're all still undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah. But tomorrow, we're going to be showing those top pods.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, all day tomorrow will be top pods shown, as this is our 6 rounds of Swiss. Then we have 2 rounds of Swiss tomorrow into top 16 cut, and then our top 4.
Okay. There's, I think, are we finally done with...
It looks like we have just bottomed our cards.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. And Josh has made a adorable
tower. Yeah.
Tower.
Yeah.
It's a rocket. It's a spaceship, right?
No, I think that was an ancient tomb.
Oh, it was an ancient tomb.
Yeah, it was an ancient tomb.
Or a command tower.
Or a Grim Monolith.
Or a Grim Monolith. Yeah.
Mana Vault.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Going in with their... Man, that is a blinged out deck from David. Hot ham.
Goodness. That's a...
Mox. And we're going to take a close look at that, see if we can get a better look. We're going to...
So is that Mana Bond?
We're about to check here in just a second. Confluence?
Oh, the land. Yeah, I think that's a Confluence.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the new EOE cards.
Yes.
And I think Confluence would probably be one of the only ones that's good for CEDH. TEH.
We have a bop from the Rocco player. Shocking, right?
Who would have thought?
Yep.
Mana Dork. Mm-hmm.
And then a Delighted Halfling off of what looks like a Proxied Savannah with a Lotus Petal Mox Opal. Whoa!
That's a decent amount of ramp. Turn 0, 1.
That's a turn 2 Kenrith with a land drop.
Yeah. That doesn't quite get there unless they have...
Oh, another artifact, yes.
Yeah. More craziness in hand, but it's a great setup either way.
Yep. I did just see a Fierce in Philip's deck while thumbing through, so it's not like he's going to turbo out Kenrith just to have that out. But he is shuffling, so he could draw it next turn. Who knows?
For sure. But I mean, let's look at the color disparities between these decks here, right? We've got Grixis with Kefka, obviously all colors.
We have a draw from David. David just drew. And playing Wandering Minstrel?
Oh, so did we just...
Oh, yeah, we passed around already. Wow, Josh.
Okay.
Josh, you seed passed.
Well, excuse me.
I was like, how do they have flash?
Yeah, that was...
Oh, no, you don't like that, Philip, having to read Wandering Minstrel. What is that?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that the land comes in tapped, but Wandering Minstrel wasn't out yet. So this deck abuses lands that come in tapped. So that's definitely just a tapped land that we don't know. But we are currently playing one of the Surveil lands, but it gets to come in untapped due to Wandering Minstrel, and he does get to bin it. We are seeing the value of the deck right away. We're passing over to Ethan while the cuts are resolving for Josh and Philip. And we're going to see what Rocco's got in store for us. Maybe has some fast mana considering that bird needed to come down first.
Right. So we got the land drop. Now some thinking.
Zero in on here. We're going to fix
City
some
of Brass.
camera coverage. Yeah, City of Brass.
So tapping 2, 3.
Tapping 3. What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Show me the money. Jeska's Will. Oh!
All right. So what does this do for Ethan right now? If this resolves, obviously. I think that's 7, but no commander.
No commander. Yep, this is just the mana to most likely jam a win attempt. Good. Oh, they're letting it go.
Wow, crazy.
Oh, buddy.
That might be a mistake, but it also does depend on what
and what did
Ethan
we just
gets
see get
to
dropped
cast.
Here? That is a twin shot sniper.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm assuming we're shooting the minstrel? Yep. Comes down, does not shoot anything, is unable to. My apologies. That looks like a Mistrise Village and or a strange proxy. Let's get a closer look there.
That is a tropical island.
Yeah, it's a tropical island proxy. Okay. And a Vampire Tutor and Edstep from Josh. Killed the halfling. They killed the delighted halfling with a twin shot. That's what we missed. Due to being
there it is.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be a really funny card. It's something that shoots something on the board, but they have to actually like flip a coin to see if they aimed correctly and hit. It's kind of like flipping a Chaos Orb back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at what to tutor here. We do have a quick name correction real quick. We have an A instead of an O for Ethan. We are going to fix that real quickly for his last name. Sorry about that, bud. I am dyslexic, so let's get that name back up so I make sure I get it correct this time. Ethan Alonso.
Yep, there we go.
You know, probably feels good to have your name spelled correctly and said correctly. I don't doubt that.
It do be like that.
It do be like that.
All right, what's happening here?
We are still resolving that tutor. Oh, no, we did.
We got there.
We're drawing it.
We're drawing it.
We lost our 2 life.
That was a weird Jeska's Will. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was literally just like being scared of that halfling, which is strange, but time will tell.
I mean, how much mana is Twin Shot Sniper? Is it 4? Was it genuinely for the ramp? Was it to bait counter magic?
Yeah, who knows? Let's look at Twin Shot.
It's 4 mana.
It's a 4 mana.
Okay, so it was to ramp out.
Yeah, it's a reach 2/3. So
I mean, it is a part of a combo later on, but we have something dropped in seat 4. What do we got? That's a Ristic.
All right,
that's a Ristic.
There we go.
Wee woo. That's a waiting screen. Yep.
Could have discarded for less, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not know. I'm assuming he wants it on the battlefield to sack to Rocco.
100%.
Yeah.
It's to have a body.
Yeah. Ooh, Beseech the Mirror.
Beseech the Mirror is something getting bargained away.
It doesn't?
Probably
that Chrome Mox is going to get bargained.
There it goes. Okay.
We're jamming.
Remember, that doesn't mean it's resolved yet.
Yep.
It's just that's part of the casting cost. So let's see where priority goes.
We have a single untapped blue on the field and a Ristic. I like jamming into Ristics personally. I feel like most people who play them don't have backup.
Yeah, and the reason that they played it was because they want to find it.
Exactly. And so if the Ristic very recently came down, I totally agree jamming into it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're finding something. It resolved.
Here we go.
Whoa. What's getting cast? It's going to be a Ristic, isn't it? This is going to be way less exciting than I thought.
I mean, it could very easily just be a Ristic to fight the Ristic.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's going to be revealed in a moment. Oh, I think they're putting that off to the side to be like, maybe I want that.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're going to sit there for a minute looking at...
And it is... Oh.
A green card. What is that?
Is it Aftermath Analyst?
That looks like it might be the Aftermath Analyst.
I don't think that was in their list.
No, it was.
Oh, it was? Aftermath Analyst was in the list. Oh,
100%.
I thought... Okay. That's... Okay, this is the combo card. If Aftermath Analyst hits, you're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, because this is David. Yep.
It is in the list. Oh,
the list.
okay. I was so distracted by the ad nause. So after Analyst is going to come in, they're going to mill some cards, and they're going to be able to put any lands they find off the top of their library into the graveyard back onto the battlefield tapped, but not because of Wandering Minstrel. And we find...
That's a fun, like, mini Lumra almost.
It is a mini Lumra, and then its activated ability is disgusting. Cool. And so if we activate it, they're going to be able to go back on the battlefield later if you sack the Aftermath Analyst. But for now, they just go into the yard.
Yep.
So they have some way to mill themselves, I'm assuming? That's the only reason they would beseech for it.
Yeah. And I'm wondering... David's out of mana now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just telegraphing that next turn they're going for their win. But I don't know with what, because Hermit Druid's the way that normally... I'm assuming it's going to be Lumra?
Lumra, is Brain Freeze in the list? Oh yeah, no, Brain Freeze is in the list, but I mean, that seems bad right now. Granted, it also seemed like Ethan is setting up for a turn by having gotten that Goblin out, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because it's also part of a Flicker, style
I mean,
combo.
Aftermath Analyst is like flag pulling as big of a threat as Hermit Druid in this list.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm if I was one of David's opponents, I would be 100% scared of that Aftermath Analyst.
Yeah.
Like, knowing how the commander works, the commander being out, it's just Lumra, but you get untapped stuff.
We have a win attempt. We have a survival put on. And if there's enough mana in hand, this can go for a win. It can push.
Yep, exactly. And that's why the Goblin came out.
Yeah. We don't know if this is just to pass with or not. We're about to see, though. And what got binned is a Badlands, I believe?
Yeah, looks like.
Flooded Strand and Badlands. good old body. Oh, we're saying for Kenrith, that is a Badlands and Tropical Island proxy. Thank you, judges. Thank you for clarifying.
All right, a lot of thinking going on.
Oh, absolutely. This is something to fight over, but it's not. It's been resolved. We're about to discard. Let's see if it is. What? Oh, what was that? Is that? That looks like some kind of silencing effect. It's one white. Yeah. That is. That's the 3 mouths. That's the enchantment from.
Oh, what? Deafening silence.
That's deafening silence.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that's a arcane laboratory for non-creatures. So trying to slow things down.
Oh, it does get countered. We have a mental misstep from Josh.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Good use of that.
Yep.
Birds is being tapped to play a
Wirewood
symbiote.
Oh, wow.
It's a great piece right there.
Yeah, that's very good. Big part of the deck. That is going to be all the mana Ethan has, unless they would like to play a land. But we only have 1 card left in hand, and didn't pitch anything to the survival of the fittest. Most likely, the survival of the fittest was the bait to get out the deafening silence.
True. And either by fate or by Josh knowing what was coming, it was a mental misstep instead of that, you know?
Incredible. That's a Savannah proxy, if I'm going to guess correct. Yep. And Kefka's going in. Looks like we're probably getting a Kefka this turn. We have a City of Traders and an Underground Sea for Kefka. I don't think they would have played the City of Traders if it wasn't for that, unless that's not a city and I'm blind. We're gonna
that looks like 100% City of Traders. Interesting Git probe. Kind of suss out whether or not something's going to happen.
Targeting Philip, interesting considering they're not threatening anything, but I guess that is the most threatening thing possible.
Well, I mean, we didn't see any response to the mental misstep, right?
Yeah.
You'd think that Ethan would have fought over that.
Absolutely. And we will put the round name out here for you all. This is round 4. Actually, back that up.
All right, so that
Later.
Git probe did resolve.
Yep.
Josh got to see the hand, get to draw a card. Oh, someone jostled the camera there.
Yep.
All right, got a Chrome Mox.
We are on round 4.
Uppercase the R.
We have a Chrome Mox.
Got a, looks like a, the Sacrifice Tutor underneath it.
Yeah, Diabolic Intent.
Diabolic
Intent
Intent.
under the Chrome
so
Mox.
taps for black and
the City of Traders was
tapped to sacrifice, so we can get Kefka. Yep.
That's a Kefka.
There we go.
It's time for Kefka to start taking over the game.
Yep. This is interaction point.
Yep. Turn 2 Ristic into turn 3 Kefka is the most solid game plan you can have in that deck. Especially in C4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Looks like we're okay with everything. But
man.
Rocco is on 1 card, so they will be put to Hellbent, which is rough.
Not good for them. It means that they gotta hope that they top deck something decent and then can just throw Rocco out.
Yep.
Try to find an answer, find some way to push their win condition, anything like that.
We bend sorcery, land, creature.
So that's 3 cards.
So that's 3 cards for Kefka. Yep, and they're at 7 and our passing turn. Kefka leaving with a full grip and a Ristic up.
Yep.
Yep, just a City of Brass for the Wandering Minstrel being binned. They're going to look through the graveyard here. Oh, they're passing the graveyard to Josh to look through. They want to know what's in there.
Yeah.
There's the Shifting Woodlands.
That's good.
This is it.
That's quick.
We crack Aftermath, and then Shifting Woodlands.
Man.
This is their win attempt.
Good grief. And it's crazy because for the most part, it's just activated abilities at this point.
Yep.
And you can't counter a land.
Nope.
I think Josh was making sure that David has Delirium.
Yeah.
And I think that if David did not yet have it, David would have discarded something other than a land to get it.
Absolutely. Are we going to see anyone from the top rope with Ebiseju?
Yeah.
Ristic will not help in this situation, as mentioned.
Yep.
The players are speaking to one another about how they are going to deal with this.
Sure, they need another piece still, but he's got plenty of cards in hand.
Yeah. There's plenty that could be in the hand.
Yeah, there's action that can happen still. Let's see, what is that now?
Another Edge of Eternity's card? I can't quite tell. 2 colors, green.
And that's not crop rotation? No.
No, it is not a crop rotation. You know, other players are indeed also reading whatever this is. Huh.
Yeah, we're getting a judge confirmation on that card right now.
Scape Shift. Oh, God.
Oh, I didn't even see the mana cost. For some reason, I thought it cost 1 green. And I do know that there's a Scape Shift in the deck, so that probably is Scape Shift, which is phenomenal if it resolves for the Minstrel deck. Holy crud.
It looks like we're going to be shaking hands.
They are quite cooked if it resolves. So let's see.
That's it. It resolved.
Oh,
yeah, that's
Lord.
it, dog. That is it. They just don't know the combo yet. They're dead and they don't know it.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see what happens. It would have been Kefka that could have interacted, and there was nothing.
Nothing.
Because Philip seems to be going, I have nothing, pass to Josh.
Josh is like, I don't see it. I don't see it. We're joking. We don't know. Josh probably has nothing.
I mean, Josh could be sandbagging and trying to force Philip to interact. But
that was the interaction point. I think we're out of interaction.
Did it fully resolve? Are we discarding lands?
We're already looking through libraries.
Oh
it
my
had
gosh.
to have already resolved.
Okay, it had to have already resolved then. Never mind.
Yeah.
That was me thinking that those cards right there are his board, but no, he's actively having sacked them and digging them up. That is crazy.
Hopefully they're not trying to pull that back, going like, wait a minute.
I mean,
they're trying
2 players.
We just put the. Oh yeah, they're backing it up.
They're backing up.
But the library's already been searched, guys.
Yeah. What could have? Hold on. We're gonna wait for a judge to help clarify.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe they're trying to back it up, but like, they really can't, can they? Or maybe they're just like showing. They might be talking over what the win is. The win condition is for David, right?
Yeah. We have 2 judges that are there. Don't worry. Judge.
We don't have confirmation that there's a backup yet. We're confirming with the judge to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I said, they might just be explaining what the combo is.
Yeah. I can feel Philip right now. Please, stop! I love reading the mannerisms too. They're just like, it tells such a story.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like because we're not listening in on the players right now.
Nor do we want to.
Nor do we want to. But with the gesticulating, we got some
yeah.
crazy amounts going on there.
We'll have to see what it's answered, but Josh's hands folded, good to go. I don't think we're seeing much else here.
No, there is interaction. We've seen it. It's just that this might be like the one point where there wasn't. Because, again, the Kefka player, Josh, played has only drawn a couple cards off of that Ristic and already spent a mental misstep, which wouldn't have been able to hit, this anyway, and probably wasn't really expecting this at this point.
Yeah.
So this is real interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, there could be some sandbagging happening, but
and we're searching through Scape Shift.
It looks like the Scape Shift has resolved. It looks like maybe they were just trying to suss out what they were supposed to do in that situation. There was some deal making or argumentation about what should happen, and then finally a deal was not able to be struck, and so they let the spell resolve.
Yeah. Yeah. We do not know what's in their hand, guys. Let's not say anything rude about these players, please.
Yeah. Let's
not only
this is very high stress environment. Everyone's trying to do their best and also maintain some respectability.
Not only that, these are our top players.
Yeah.
They're in the 3-0 pod.
Yeah, there's a reason they're there.
There's a reason they're 3-0, y'all.
We do have a quick food option in the law.
Yeah, most likely ask for clarification.
Yeah.
They are selling conditions throughout the day. You're looking to grab a...
But this is by far the longest discussion we've seen all day.
Definitely.
We have never gone this long without a game action during the cast.
Right. And there's still plenty of time left in the rounds. There's plenty of space for these players to do this.
Oh, look at that. Scape Shift is resolving.
Okay.
Okay, great. We're just not watching. So there is a game action being made. I was about to say, we're definitely at the point where a judge should have been involved. Yeah. Here we go. We are underway according to the judge.
Oh, wow. Philip is pleading, it would seem, with the table to interact, or that this should not have been able to happen.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is not the top pod. We do not just grab the top pod because we want, especially in these earlier rounds, to see as many different players as possible, right? So we're always going to try for at least the next couple rounds still to pick players that have not appeared on camera yet, but are still in undefeated pods, okay?
Yes. Also, our clarification for our judge says nothing illegal happened, no penalties issued, just didn't allow any takebacks because A had started resolving Scape Shift. So yeah, they did not allow a takeback as per what we were talking about.
Which probably meant that all players did pass priority.
Yes.
That's the only way that could be allowed to happen.
Absolutely.
And David started, and then someone realized that maybe they should have interacted, but it was too late because they had already passed priority.
Most likely, Philip was trying to explain the fact to Josh that they needed to interact when they had interaction, and Josh did not maybe understand the combo at most. And that's worst case scenario. But again, we're just thinking out loud. We do not know that.
Yeah.
Clowns. Get it.
Yeah, because Kefka.
Kefka.
Yeah. There is at least one clown on the board.
I'll take a pun. I don't care.
Yeah, and
I'll take that all day.
It is the Kefka. There you go.
And it looks like... Oh, never mind. It looked like he was scooping up there for a moment. I'm like, oh.
No, they're still sussing it out.
Yep.
The win has not been, I don't believe, presented. It's just some crazy stuff's happening, right?
Yep. And then we binned a Summoner's Pact. And we're going to get a close-up on what these lands are doing over here. We do have the Vesuva. I mean, this is Brewer's advantage at its finest right now. And that's what we can start honestly highlighting, is the fact that it doesn't sound like Philip and Josh really knew what David was up to.
Yeah. And Kefka, for the most part, is actually just like a shell that has Kefka as the lead, whereas the Wandering Minstrel is its own brew, right?
Yep.
So, if you haven't played against it or haven't really like paid attention to it, you're not going to quite understand what the heck is going on until it's too late.
Yeah, and we do the Vesuva with Hedge Maze. The Woodlands is in yard. It needed to be in order for Escape Shift to resolve. Which is really cool that Wandering Minstrel lets you play Woodlands without having to have a forest on the battlefield.
For sure.
Super cool. And it looks like we're getting clarification of some mana being represented, I believe. Yeah, it looks like we're getting mana representation drawn. That or a love letter.
Yeah, that looks like mana.
Black, blue, red, green, white.
That's keeping track of mana.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
You know, some people just don't carry around a bunch of tokens.
That's the thing. I saw the tokens.
Oh, you?
they had the tokens.
Oh?
They're messing with us.
Yeah, right. Mind games.
The summoning pack came from a surveil land hitting the battlefield.
Yeah, that was surveilled into the bin.
Yep. All right. We are teaching math class.
Yep. Do you know your numbers?
I guess it's more what? It's not biology. What's the study of the Earth?
Geography?
Yeah.
Geology.
Thank you. I was thinking geography, and I was like, I'm not going to say it because I know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Geology. There you go. Yeah, I didn't finish college, so. But that's why I'm here.
Don't tell them that. Stay in school, kids.
Please stay at school. Then you'll end up doing this.
Someone get this man a whiteboard. Yeah. Yeah, we're going a full Pepe Sylvia up in here. Oh,
yeah, we're gonna...
red mana, white mana, black mana.
Someone please make that meme now. I need that. I need you with that background. We're gonna closely watch the combo player do their thing. Let's take a class with one another.
You know, and okay, so sacrificing. Yep, the analyst.
Yep.
So that is going to what, reanimate all the lands from the bin?
Yes, that is how that happens. So we're gonna see if anyone's got anything responding to that, because that is what needs to be responded to.
Yeah, this is the point of interaction. If someone can like endurance the graveyard, now is the time to do so.
A stifle here.
Thraben Charm, stifle. There are very, very many ways to stop this. Do they have it though?
I would. Oh, they're pointing at the Rocco. I think they're about to start talking about this being a draw, due to the fact that if David doesn't win here or bricks, then it just gives it to Rocco. So this should be a draw due to king making at most.
But if David has the opportunity to win, would
Can the Vesuva copy the Lotus Field entering at the same time? The triggers do go on the stack, so I believe Vesuva can copy the Lotus Field. We are getting a judge question clarified.
Vesuva cannot copy another land entering at the same time?
Yeah, Vesuva
so,
cannot.
Let's see if that changes something. No, it does not, because the judge actually answered that.
Oh, the judge answered it.
Yeah, I just got a DM that I only saw the front half of that was, can Vesuva copy something? I didn't see that he also finished with
it.
no.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's a good thing to explain real quick if there's nothing going on over there. Yeah. Can Vesuva copy a Lotus Field or another land that enters at the same time as it? No, it cannot, because a replacement effect like Vesuva is chosen as the card enters. So before it or the Lotus Field or whatever the card that's being copied enter, they can't do that. It's the same as clones, because that's all Vesuva is. It's a clone. It's an as it enters style effect.
Yep.
So clones that enter at the same time as another creature that you want it to clone, can't do it.
Yep. And they are currently looking through. I think they're starting to understand the fact that Shifting Woodlands is in fact the key piece that wins the game.
Yeah. There's some thinking that is being done here.
Yeah.
Probably some wheeling and dealing, some deal making, some John. So we'll find out.
Yeah, because we're not exactly sure whether or not. So what's going on right now is we don't know whether or not the Wandering Minstrel has bricked in the combo. Because if the Wandering Minstrel has, is that a Psych Rift?
That looks like that might be, what is that, Commander Masters or something like that?
Yeah.
Rift?
So, rifting the Wandering Minstrel bricks the combo.
Yes. So it does make it so that all lands will enter tapped if it resolves. And is that, hold on, I don't see mana tapped, so is that just a revealed information?
It's just a reveal to the Wandering Minstrel.
So is this an appeal to draw?
Yes, because Philip most likely does not believe that they're going to be able to win after the Rocco's turn.
Yeah. I do wonder, though, if even then, granted, no, I'm wondering if David still tries and allows it to happen, does not draw because he believes that maybe Ethan doesn't have it and can go again, right?
Yeah.
But I think that right now Philip is definitely trying to argue that a draw is the most performant thing right here. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Again, these are all players that are undefeated more or less at this point, so they are all clinched for day 2. So a draw is fine, but also going for it is fine in this situation.
Absolutely, yeah. But the problem is, Ethan most likely wins through only creatures.
Yeah.
Which is way hard to interact with. So if there is a Grand Abolisher in hand,
it almost feels like this might be a great time for, again, politics, where David goes, how about this? I'm still going to get my lands back, but I'm going to stop right here.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I will not go
ahead
for the
and
win.
Go ahead and bounce my Minstrel. I'm not going to go for the win. Let's wait.
Only if Ethan doesn't go for the win.
Only if Ethan doesn't go for the win, right?
Yeah.
Or even just like Philip, who just looked at the camera, just goes, all right, well, I'll just like, if Ethan tries to, then I'll interact.
Yeah.
Or in using that kind of like mutually assured destruction, keep either David or Ethan from going for the win, and then we get a little bit more generation of the boards in the meantime.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely, yeah. And this is by far the only game today that's even had close to this type of stalemate.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of our games today have been very smooth. This is the first time we've seen this.
Yeah. King making only gets ruled as like misconduct or something like that if there's like actual deal making that is something outside of the game itself.
Yeah.
Not just like, I won't do this to you if you do that to me or something like that, but very specifically, I'll give you $10 if this happens, right?
So,
or if I king make for you, you'll give me $100. Like that is king making, deal making. That is illegal, right? But otherwise, it's technically not illegal, right?
Let's put this into a proper perspective. These players all went for win attempts, and the interaction in their hands wasn't able to affect the board until it came to this position. This position now puts David and Ethan in a king-made position due to what Philip has. This is in no way something that these players orchestrated in order to force a draw.
Yeah, not at all.
Those things do happen, and that's not what we're watching right now. We're watching an unfortunate situation where players were only given certain interaction in order to deal with a player, and knowing that interaction only helps one player.
Yeah.
So this is not, a total griefed game or anything like that. That is not what we're watching.
And also not Richard. They literally have a judge dedicated to that table, always watching what they're doing.
Yes. So the judge is there and speaking with them. We're going to get clarification of where we're at with the judge as we are going to message them and just ask, where are we at? It's just our job as the commentators in order to let you guys know everything possible with these decks.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, I wouldn't say he's in the most control, but he has a lot of leverage, Philip does, to force a draw. That is 100%, I believe, what he is doing right now because of that removal spell. Granted, he has one more card in hand that we don't know what it is, and he's a lot of mana to spend. So he could also be somewhat feigning something here. I doubt it, but he could be. But right now, he's trying to argue with Josh that it is in everyone's best interest for the draw. David seems to maybe still want to try to go for it, and Ethan is probably like, come on, let's, like, if it gets to me, I'm going for the win attempt, right?
My best guess right now is that Josh does have something to stop Ethan and wants Philip to use the interaction on David.
Right. Because of course, what is certain right now is that if, like right now, with this ability, like on the stack, Philip is probably going to bounce it back to him, right?
Yeah.
And as such, he's trying to use that leverage to get David and Josh to agree to the draw.
We are clarifying with the judge to make sure that they aren't just talking about something involving the rules, as right now we are definitely over time on discussion. But we wanted to let you know that here at Steel City, we are not going to allow games to extend over filibustering. Once time is reached, time is reached. We will not be getting any 11-hour games. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so game time, time and round is 80 minutes. If the game goes longer than that, it has a 20-minute stop when it goes to turns. Once it hits 20 minutes after the 80-minute mark, it is a draw.
It looks like we are getting a draw.
And we're getting a draw. Yep.
And or they're saying, yeah, David's got it.
Or they're saying David's got it. We'll find out here in a second.
Yeah.
They agreed to a draw. It is a draw.
It is a draw. Okay, yeah. So the position we were put in, like we were talking about, was there was just not the style of interaction needed in order not to king make. And this is not on the players at all. And also, by the way, Steel City has the lowest draw percentage of a major tournament thus far due to the amount of rounds there are. This tournament, this is the first draw we're seeing where it was done intentionally. The draw before this was only due to time, and then earlier rounds have been all played out. Draws happen, guys, and if you haven't been to a tournament, I can understand why you dislike draws, but if you've been to a tournament, then you most likely understand there's nothing that can happen here for these players. Philip is put in a position where if he interacts, he's giving the game to Ethan. And it just puts him in that position. We are most likely going to get Philip in the booth after to talk and get clarification on this so you guys can hear it straight from the players' mouths.
Yeah, and they also said that the players want to play it out for fun after agreeing to the draw. So we're going to just keep commenting.
Yeah.
So we're getting a bunch of... Okay, so we have a resolved Psych Rift. So the Minstrel is gone, and the lands enter untapped.
Yep.
Right? So now we're going to see what happens to the game in Ethan's turn.
And thank you to the players for playing this out after the draw, just to show this really was going to be over.
Players in the top competition, welcome to round. You have your 80 minutes to win the match. You may begin.
Yeah, I am personally not big on draws, and it's very difficult to get me to agree to a draw, but I do agree to draws if I'm properly, argued into a position like that. Because sometimes, one, it might not be worth the effort, and two, it might literally just be the best option at the time.
Well, here's the thing. No one likes draws. It's the fact that functionally they're needed in order for someone not to get king bait.
Right. But I will say, I do not play to the draw. I do not think that playing for a draw is a good idea.
Yeah, but we are going to get Philip here into the live stream to be interviewed. And now Rocco is going to show what they were going to do on their turn.
Yep.
Yeah, they are playing for fun at the moment, correct.
Yeah, and also, that Vesuva is not duplicating that Lotus Field. The judge did declare when that happened that the Vesuva was not duplicating the Lotus Field.
Yep.
So it was essentially a dead land at that moment.
Yep, so we're showing the Rocco going, and then we're showing the Ristic Study. Rocco goes and grabs the second part of the combo for Wirewood. And it goes for the win.
And do we have any interaction on the...
No, it has been passed.
Okay. And
yeah.
So yeah, and that's like...
This is proving the point.
That's proving the point. Like, again, I'm not a big fan of draws, but this was literally a prime example of why sometimes they happen, right? Yeah. And again, these players are all probably 12 points in now because of this draw.
Yeah.
They are not just guaranteed day two, they're actually going to be pretty highly seeded on day two.
Yeah. So we're going to be shown the second half of the combo here in a moment.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the city, the Vesuva can copy anyone's board. So you were, so it wasn't that it was a dead land. It was copying the City of Brass.
Yeah. And we are moving on through the game to show what would happen if they were to play it out.
Yeah. William Rivas, if you have a shot at $10,000, but all you have to do is draw a couple times to get there, would you?
Yep.
I think I would.
Yeah,
That's just how that works.
We're playing for money here. We're trying to win the tournament, not this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the war, not the battle.
Again, I understand that, because like I said, I'm not a big fan of draws, but they sometimes have to happen.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
We're going to be watching the rest of this game to see how it would have played out.
Grab the Nesper.
Yes. Kefka is going to be swinging in at Philip, and we're going to be seeing some discards here.
That's a Duel for Duels Legacy event. Your packs for round 6 are available online on Topic.
Some of y'all in chat are wild, man.
Once again,
I have mad respect for y'all for being willing to post the stuff that you do.
And that is a Gifts, it looks like. Yep, that is a Gifts Ungiven played from Philip.
Yeah, did the Rocco player not actually have it then? Or were they just playing a bit casually because...
Uncertain.
Yeah.
We're uncertain right now.
Steel City Spectacular players, if you are looking to do an edge opportunity draft, we need 2 drafters to launch right now. If you would like
And they're
to
getting
do
the
a
freeze pile.
You may launch right now if you show up to the registration stage.
I'm sure that we'll get a clarification on what Ethan was doing with his previous turn when we get Phil up in here.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be hearing from the people that are in this game soon.
Think about it like this, Ben. If this was Ethan not actually having the win, this is actually better for him because he actually didn't have the win and got a draw out of it when he thought at this point maybe he is out of the game, right?
Yeah.
And instead he got a draw out of this. He got a point
Yeah.
when he would have gotten 0.
Yep. And so in that seat, you're going to shut up and let the other person say,
Yeah.
we're punting. Okay, yep, yes you are. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. The Gifts is being pointed for Ethan to answer, which is kind of funny considering they could spirit guide into a veil so that way they can't choose, which is funny. But the card's already been pulled, so that wouldn't have happened.
players in the Duel for Duels Legacy event. Welcome to round 6. You have 50 minutes, and you may begin.
So we don't have the audio of the players right now because it's a bit harder to do audio for players in a 4-player tournament versus a 2-player tournament. No,
that's on purpose. We're not doing player audio for the fact that we want to be casting.
Yeah, and we want to be casting. We can get clarification at almost any time from the judge of what's happening.
Yeah, we can always ask the judge for clarification. We're here to watch Magic played, not to hear it.
All right, and now they're
choosing their piles.
Yep.
The Savines is staying in hand with the Brain Freeze, and we're binning the LED and the Underworld Breach, which is the correct 2. We are all now discarding due to Kefka. Savines is getting binned. We got a Felwar, Savines, Otawara, and a creature on the side of Kefka, or on the side of Rocco, it looks like.
Okay.
For Ethan. So that would be 4 draws for Josh.
There has been a request. Can you lowercase the A in Wandering Minstrel?
I don't think I can.
I'm sorry, guys. No, you're just going to have to deal with that.
It's wandering.
It's wandering minstrel.
We are Oh, calling the week onto Kefka. Looks like we're going to have a Nas resolve here.
All right.
Maybe a Citadel?
Something big. Something big. Soul Ring. I mean, there's still a lot of mana floating then.
Oh, yeah. If we tap the Soul Ring, that makes 5. Are we going to get to watch our first Nas pile of the day?
Yeah, we haven't actually seen a Nas.
Yeah.
A lot of Nas decks, no Nases.
Yep. Oh, a meme bet. Obviously, this doesn't do its own breach. It can cast the breach, but the LED still will go to Philip's yard.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Leap play it. Yeah, I think there is a non-zero chance that Ethan did just bluff or just let everyone else do whatever to get that draw out because he was just like, I actually don't have it. There's a very likely chance after seeing all of this play out that is what happened.
Yep.
Which you do what you gotta. Like that sounds about right. I also don't think there was any like animosity between the players about that either.
But we're past that at this point, guys.
Yeah,
we're into watching this game play out to see what it would have been, and then we're gonna get Philip to clarify all this. We're gonna hear it straight from their mouths instead of ours, as we are not there.
That proxy in seat 3 is a plateau.
Yes. So the breach is cast. There's the breach.
All right.
Storm count is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And that looks like a proxied freeze, possibly, from Josh revealed there. Demonic Tutor. Oh, no, Grape Shot? What? What is that?
I don't know if Grape Shot's in that list.
That's Demonic Tutor. That is Demonic Tutor, yes. So we're seeing a Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor most likely going and getting Brain Freeze and or LED, most likely LED. Oh, no, it gets Brain Freeze here.
Isn't the LED already on the field?
That is Philip's LED, if I'm not mistaken. But if you get Freeze, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and there's the freeze.
Because you got Demonic Tutor in yard. So they grab Freeze, they freeze themselves, and then they can crack their own, they can crack Ethan's LED.
Yep.
Use Demonic Tutor to get their own. Unless that is Josh LED.
Yeah. And if this is the win, again, that was part of the explanation was, as the judge just mentioned to me, that Philip was arguing that if Ethan doesn't win, then Josh does, right? And we're kind of seeing confirmation on that.
Yep. And so Philip didn't want to give the game over to Josh, and Josh knew that Ethan would win. Or sorry, Ethan knew that Josh would win. I'm cooked. Philip did not want to psych rip the Wandering Minstrel that David had because Philip knew that it would give the game over to Josh. So we're off talking about Ethan. It's about Josh, but we are going to get that confirmation from Philip later. LED goes back to Philip's yard. Josh gets their own breach. Brain Freeze is in the yard. There is 3 of some color on the stack, most likely blue.
Yep. Do we get there? That is the question of the minute.
We got a Lotus Petal in order to continue the loop.
Yep. What is happening now? Does Ethan have something? Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that endurance?
No, no, we are pitching to get endurance.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay.
We are pitching a creature to... I could have sworn that Birds was already tapped. Oh, we untapped it with Wirewood.
Sure did.
Oh, That's genius. So we're pitching our creature to go grab Endurance. And Josh is frantically looking for an answer. Lotus Petal goes back to Ethan. It looks like we are seeing some cards escaped. So Josh is casting something. What is that, a Valley? That is a Valley Flood Collar for Josh.
Oh, nice.
No, that's not Valley, is it? It looks like Valley to me. That is definitely Valley Flood Collar. Yeah, that is a Valley Flood Collar for Josh. We're waiting on seeing what comes of the Valley now and what's going to be cast afterwards to see if we can continue the chain. Obviously, Ethan is going to be going and grabbing a way to stop Josh. Most likely the Endurance, like we talked about.
Yep.
Almost definitely. Josh is frantically looking through the graveyard, trying to figure out what to cast next with Valley Flood Collar, but finds nothing, and Ethan will be going to go grab the Endurance. This is coming once all of the Brain Freezes were put onto the stack, too, so that is why Josh is unable to continue this.
Crazy.
Very. There will be a Rhystic trigger.
He gonna kill himself? Rhystic is a May, though, isn't it?
No. There's a Rhystic trigger on the Endurance, so that way Josh could draw into a response.
True. Oh. All players in this pod are, I do believe, X1s.
Yeah.
Which is still, again, this is pod 6, so this is in the top 6.
Yeah. Yep. Endurance will hit Josh's graveyard, allowing him to not continue the Underworld Breach. This will shuffle away Josh's graveyard, unless Josh can respond. And this is with the Lotus Petal on the stack. So Josh is now looking through what options he has in everyone else's graveyards before passing on the Endurance trigger to stop him from continuing the Breach combo. But it looks like nothing has been found. All graveyards have been passed back, other than David's. It looks like Josh is looking through David's at the moment.
Digging hard.
Yeah. a Chrome Mox was found in David's.
Okay.
But it looks like it was passed back.
Yeah.
As the only card in hand, looks like it's not pitchable. As
Okay.
Josh already cracked LED.
Yep.
And there it is. It looks like... Oh, never mind. I thought we were shuffling the graveyard there. At some point, we got to realize that there's not an out here, but we can keep looking. We do have a Valley Flood Caller out with a Gitaxian Probe. Is the Valley Flood Caller resolved? Oh, yeah, it has. So Git Probe is being cast. Josh hoping to draw something to put under that Chrome Mox from David's graveyard after the Mnemonic Betrayal, allowing him to have access to some more mana. The Git Probe, now that Valley Flood Caller is out, can continue to be recast, exiling from graveyard until he finds something for this.
Here we go.
The LED that was used, by the way, guys, was Phillips off the Mnemonic Betrayal. So Josh is trying to continue this without anything in yard to fuel it. The LED, now we have the Mox Diamond being put out.
Does he have the enough lands in hand to keep it out though?
We have no lands in hand unless he got one off Git Probe, which it looks like he did.
Looks like he did. Looks like a orchard.
Yep. No, we're exiling 3 right now for that.
Oh, exiling 3. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why they were getting put over to the side like that.
I believe the Git Probe did in fact find a land for the LED. It did. There it is, Mana Confluence.
All right.
And now we're most likely going to cast the Git Probe again.
Just to find, just to keep digging for what he's trying to, do anything with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, going crazy. Simian Spirit Guide and Badlands and
One Ring.
One Ring getting pitched.
Yep.
What are we pointing out here? Chrome Mox and...
They're mentioning David's Chrome Mox
Diabolic
to see if they have
Intent.
anything from hand.
Yeah.
They're probably helping Josh at this point.
Yeah. Again, this is,
Yep. Okay. We are looking through graveyards. Exiling some more cards. What are we escaping? Oh, we're just playing the Chrome Mox from David's yard, and we're going to be imprinting what?
This is still with the Brain Freeze on the stack, yes?
Correct.
Yeah, the Brain Freeze is still on the stack, and this is because Valley Flood Caller's out.
Sorry,
so...
Brain Freeze is not on the stack. Lotus Petal was on the stack in order to cast the Brain Freeze. We now have the mana for it.
The Brain Freeze is in hand.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's in yard. It's in yard.
In yard. Oh, yeah, but castable through Breach.
Correct. Problem is, post Brain Freeze, he has to hit his own LED, which pretty
doable at this point.
Doable,
Honestly,
yeah.
there's been a lot of casts this turn.
Yep. Looks like they're ready to have that Brain Freeze leave the yard. I think we're just choosing what to exile at the moment from Josh's yard, what he wants to pitch to the escape cost from Underworld Breach.
That's a rough board state.
That is a very rough board
Yeah,
state. Absolutely. But to make known, Kefka has been used as fodder for Culling the Weak to get this plan started. A Mnemonic Betrayal has been cast, and we are currently watching the aftermath of that, where the Underworld Breach was stolen out of Phillips' yard. We casted Phillips' LED, used it, putting it back in his yard. Josh then put all of his hand into the graveyard. He attempted to start winning by casting a Demonic Tutor and getting the Brain Freeze, but we are not casting Brain Freeze with the 2 mana. We are casting what looks like
Cabal Ritual.
It looks like the Cabal Ritual, yeah. We are casting a Cabal Ritual.
Let's see.
exiling 3 cards. We're probably going to have something else cast here.
Interesting. Yeah, so I don't believe...
Arcane Signet is being used. That way, Josh has mana from this Cabal Ritual alongside the blue of the Arcane Signet in order to recast the Brain Freeze.
Got it. Yeah, I don't believe that Josh is running Grinding Station in his list. I just checked it. And of course, the Breach was taken from... Who was it taken from?
The Breach was taken from Philip, but
Philip.
Josh's own Breach is in the yard.
Yeah, but Josh does have a Breach, yeah.
And it looks like we're cleaning up. So the Brain Freeze does work there, and that would get Josh the win. So it looks like players do see that and are okay with going from there. So now that this is summed up, guys, don't worry. We are going to get clarification. We're going to try to go get Philip. If we can remind the judge to please ask Philip to come over here. Now that this game is over, we need some clarification.
We need to know what happened.
We're all wondering what happened. And we are also making sure that no one has each other's cards due to that meme bet.
Yeah, there was a lot of passing around things going on there. Okay.
Yep. All right, y'all, we're going to be back in about 5 minutes with Philip for an interview and get those answers. See you guys in just a moment.
Yep, so we're back, and it's Zeb here. I am talking to Philip, who was just in that last match there. He was seat 3 on, what were you on there?
Kenrith the Return King.
Kenrith the Return King.
Kenrith.
Not kidding. Cool. So, we saw some interesting things happening while we were watching that game play out. So, can you fill us in on some of what was going on there, especially when people were trying to deal make towards the end of the official game before the draw happened?
Yeah, so basically what had happened was the Wandering Minstrel player, the player in seat 1, more or less was on a win. He was on a win path. That we were all like, okay, this is going to win. The player after that, the Rocco player, myself, we more or less don't have anything. I do, however, have a Psych Rift that I can use to bounce the Wandering Minstrel. But the reason I offered the draw, do you want to explain why I offered the draw?
A little bit.
Okay, so the reason I offered the draw is because, and nobody saw this, but my last card in hand was a land. And I know that the Kefka player knows this and has the ability to do what he ended up doing in the end of the game. Like, he's going to win. So I know I don't have another turn. There's no way around it. So what I have the ability to do now is, okay, I can ensure that that player, the Wandering Minstrel player, doesn't win the game because I can interact with him, which makes it to where, okay, he gets stopped. And now the Rocco player and the Kefka player, they're now fighting it out.
Right.
But because I am the only one that can do anything about it, I can say, I'm not going to do that and let the Wandering Minstrel player win, which incentivizes all 3 players to draw, which gets me a point in the long run. Exactly. Which matters to getting the top 16.
So did the Rocco player, when this was happening, reveal that they had nothing, even if they got a turn, or?
So he has nothing. He had no mana. He could do the untap thing, I think, but he didn't have the creature in hand because he drew the white card.
Right.
I don't remember what the white card that he discarded was, but that was his draw.
Sure.
Whatever that white creature was, that's what he ended up discarding. So he couldn't do the endurance play that would have also stopped the Wandering Minstrel player. We did know that because that was his draw.
Exactly.
Every card that he had, we knew, and that was why he was stuck on the situation that he was in. So because every player knows that the Wandering Minstrel player is going to win, and I'm the only one that can stop it, and I know I have no chance of winning this game, I have full authority to be like, well, I would like to draw, so that way all of us get 1 point.
Sure, for sure. And how much like talking into it did it require from the other players?
If you're a Kenrith player, you know that like every Sisei deck is just faster than you.
Sure.
Yeah, all these other decks you're gonna have to talk. So pretty much every time you offer a draw like that, you're gonna have to like do a little bit of explaining and convincing. One of the best strengths that I would recommend to any CEDH player is learn how other decks win. Like, I understand, like, learning how your deck win is obviously extremely important. Being able to find your win lines is incredibly important. But being able to also tell other people, like, hey, they're going to tutor for this, which then gets them to this win, allows you to do plays like how I did, because then you can force yourself into a draw or a different situation that makes it to where you have a gretter chance of winning the game or drawing the game, which at the end of the day, a draw is better than a loss.
Draw is better than a loss. Interesting. Okay, so when the Rocco player like took his post-draw turn, right? Was he playing as if he was playing the most performant, or was he just like, I'm going to do anything? Did he?
No, we all played as if like this was our best course of action. It was just unfortunately the way that Kefka like degrades your hand so starkly. Sometimes like certain decks like they struggle incredibly because oh man, I really needed that the green creature, the delighted halfling, because I could have cast Kenrith, which would have been able to do things, but I was in a situation where I was like, oh well. But everyone was playing as if, okay, we're gonna keep going as if we didn't draw or whatever, and then exactly what I predicted happened, which is the Kefka player gets to pull out the win because they have all the cards in the world. They have a Ristic Study. Anytime anybody does anything, and he had a Flash Enabler, which made it even worse, and the Mnemonic Betrayal, which made it even worse.
Yep. Cool. So, and then after that, obviously, you took a turn, not much happened, and then it goes to Kefka, and he goes for and successfully wins. So, all that said, do you think that yourself and the other players at the table were like playing optimally? Do you think that everyone was like, and arguing your points and being like, this is what I have to do in this situation, and then leading up to the draw, which also became the optimal choice?
Yeah, so there's a really famous philosophical quandary called the prisoner's dilemma, which is a really good explanation. You can look into it. There's a lot of like philosophy that goes into it, but at the end of the day, the way that I see it is every player, depending on my action, is benefited by me saying we should all work together.
Right.
Now, obviously, everyone does the same thing of, I'm only in it for myself, I want to win. And I get that. We all want to win. 5 points is better than 1, I get that. But 1 point is better than 0, and that's kind of the thing that you have to prove to people is like the prisoner's dilemma of if we all work together. We all get a point. Otherwise, someone here's walking away with 5, and it's whoever I choose. That isn't me, which is like, I don't want to do that either.
So it's either I don't want to king make, don't make me king make. Kind of a thing, right? And everyone goes, you know what? Especially players who are like, I'm not the one that's getting king made, so I'll go for the draw, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that also is a little bit of leverage because now 2 players are like, I want to draw, and then it'll be easy to get the 3rd player and then the 4th player who might actually have a demanding like position, but that's about it.
One other thing I wanted to mention when it comes to this is if you offer the draw, right? The thing that could happen is like, well, what if one player says no? Okay, then it's their problem. You sit there and you don't do anything. You hold that Psych Rift in your hand, and whoever says that they don't want to draw, unless it's the person you're interacting with. If Kefka would have been like, no, I don't want to draw, and been like, okay, then I'm not going to cast Psych Rift, do whatever. And if they get out of it on their own chords, you get to keep the interaction, the game keeps going.
Yeah, because sometimes that player just has it, and they don't want to draw because they know they have some way through.
And then you make them have it. That you get to hold on to your interaction. Like it's a lot easier to visualize if you have Pact and Negation. This is a interesting one where I have a bounce spell that happens to do basically the same thing in this instance. But yeah, if you have the ability to force someone else to interact, holding on to your interaction, absolutely. But that's the deal. If they sit there and go, no, I'm not going to take the draw, okay, cool. Figure it out. It's your problem now, not mine.
Cool. All right, Philip, thanks so much for giving us a little bit of insight into what was going on there.
Yeah,
it was a very interesting game to watch and commentate on. Good luck with the rest of your matches today.
Yeah, no, thanks,
all right, guys,
really
we'll be back soon.
Bye-bye. Yay!